position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a team from the Pac-12, the USC Trojans, taking on last year's national champions, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Dogs have been waiting and waiting, and finally the moment is coming in the opening of the season. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 20. Yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Running back searching for a hole. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Let's talk for just a second here about USC. Their offseason, just what they were looking for. Top 10 recruiting class. Now they've got to figure out how to best use that talent, Jesse.
Well, not just difference makers in this top 10 class, but they've got some guys that they think can be key contributors both on offense and defense. And in this first game, you know they've got to be excited.
Yeah, and they're probably nervous too, right? Like first big-time stage, big-time moment. A lot of young talent. Let's see how they start their career off.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Looking to throw, it's Dampier. It's complete to the right. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They make the stop, but man, this senior took one right in the mustache as he fired the completion. And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Here's the give off the left side. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. So first down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on 2nd down.
Reese, I got him right where I want him. Okay, I'm going to throw the football. Now I can get back in shotgun. Let's forget the running game stuff.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Job number one for a defense is to create negative plays, to create turnovers. How about this? Opening drive of the football game, getting the big turnover, setting your offense up in great position, and building some mojo. This defense, that is a picture-perfect start.
They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Give to Brown. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
Love the play call on the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the 2nd level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting north.
They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Power football with the run. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. It's Dampier. On the run. Still looking. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got the big paws on it, but couldn't hang on. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Get another look at this Bulldog offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. He's got 43 yards rushing already. You want to talk about establishing the running game. They're doing that in the season opener.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
Caught behind the line. It's Humphries. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great recognition by the defense on that pass play. They knew exactly who the quarterback was going to, and they got there quick.
And the Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Fires to the big fella. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive game.
You want to talk about running behind your pads as he plows his way to the 35.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down, and set up a short yardage on second down. It makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
From the gun, give on the inside. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The offense changing the play. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Wide open downfield. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game one, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. The run to the right. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Wants to throw. It's Dampier. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He's going to swing it into the heart of the field. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. They're not only ready to fight on, they're ready to deliver knockout punches with plays like that.
Yeah, they typically are, and it's typically Hollywood scripts, right? Just beautiful playmakers, big bodies, fast bodies that highlight the famous celebrity quarterbacks. That's just what USC does.
And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down. Timeout, Georgia. The Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Extending the play. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Oh, they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. Wants to go up top. He's got him. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Man, this guy's closing in quickly on 100 yards receiving. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. We knew he was going to be a big part of the game plan and the strategy, but every time they've looked his way, he has been making a big play.
Touchdown, Trojans! Quick strike through the air for the score.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you've got receiver.
The extra point is blocked. He's got it, and he can go with it. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's going to try to return this one. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Takes the handoff. It's Frazier. Into the pile. Maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Might be changing the route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Under fire. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on third down, forcing the incompletion.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Good play call on defense. Third down in that situation, you're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back caught the ball, they all came screaming in. They were able to make the tackle and now set up for it.
We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. Georgia sends out the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
He's going to fire deep. Snags it down the right side. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. Got it in the middle. It's Jordan. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Dampier. On target. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be turning it on. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. They're coming off a national championship, but you do wonder if this season will be a season of complacency or a drive for another title.
Well, I mean, what a season last year to put that together, to win a natty, to make your dreams come true. But, Jesse, now it's reloading with all the high school recruiting pool and all the other stuff that goes with it.
Yeah, they lost a lot of key pieces off that national championship team a year ago, but they also added a lot of talent. That's why this fan base is hoping for back-to-back national championships.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking downfield on first down. Looking left. The short hands. It's Odom. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. The Dogs will line it up on first and 10.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. We mentioned the number of players they lost, but you can only focus on the guys who are wearing your uniform. Can't worry about those who left, have to worry about those you have. But any concerns that you guys have about making moves like this?
I think excitement more than concerns, honestly. They got some key guys that had success in other programs, and I think the fans today, David, are interested to see how these...
There he goes! Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
Well, not every explosive play in the passing game needs to be a 70-yard bomb down the field. If you find your running back in the progression, you just get it to him quickly. He's one of the most dangerous guys on the field with the ball in his hands, and he showed you that. Great vision, great speed, phenomenal job after the catch, and it's a big play for the offense in the passing game.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia!
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. He's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
And with the extra point, it's 21-13. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. To throw, it's Dampier. Fires to the middle. It's caught downfield. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Offense will try to strike on first and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. How about the blow he delivered in banging his way to the 41?
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Grab near the marker. It's Jordan. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Now on first down from the 30. Wants to go up top on first down. He's going to take off. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
And the Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. It's on target and complete. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And they already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
Touchdown, USC! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Bringing it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
There's just so much chemistry between this quarterback and his receiver. And you saw it right there, down the perimeter, trying to work the boundary. Just put it somewhere near him. He'll catch it, he'll get a foot down, and help out his offense.
Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. To the ground with the back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. The Bulldogs come to the line in the hurry-up. To the air on second down. He tries to take the top off. And the ball will be grabbed at the 30-yard line.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you'll...
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard. That gives them a little breathing room now up 24-20.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
One more snap coming before halftime. A designed run for the quarterback. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Trojans will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They'll open the second half on the ground. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Pulls it in. It's Odom. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on third and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, first down.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Rides to back and leaves it on the option. Got room to work. Breaks into the open. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Brown. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs! defense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. To the air, it's Dampier. Lofts one high and deep. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Trojans. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
And I think it's pretty clear. They went into the half and said, we're getting the ball and we're going to be aggressive. And how about the aggressive shot down the field? Play one of the second half to start it, and he goes all the way to the end zone. That is how you start a half fast.
Looking to throw. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
And these decisions to go for two, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points. And then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job, opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Wants to fire on second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Handoff from the gun. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive points.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Brown has it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And the Dogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He wants to change this route. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Makes the grab. It's Frazier. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Gives it on the option. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the final period starts with a second down play. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Second down, they'll go to the air. Showing the arm strength to the left. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line.
And man, it has got to be so rewarding as an offensive coordinator when your play call perfectly counters the defense's call. And that's exactly what we saw there. That play targeted the coverage's biggest weak spot, and it led to a wide-open receiver.
And the Bulldogs, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Brown. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Making side adjustments here. Takes it from the gun on third down. Here's a heat. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And this offense now is decision time. Man, they've put a nice drive together. You want to walk away with points, but how aggressive do you want to be? Do you want to take this field goal, or do you want to try to get a touchdown?
So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Absolutely perfect. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. Hawaii is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Oahu, one of the more majestic places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Stanford. We've got our finger on the pulse of everything in the Mountain West and all around college football. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. To the air, it's Dampier. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time they let him get out of bounds.
Second down, he'll throw it. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Jordan. Crosses the 45. Oh, he's still got more. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
And the Trojans have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. He'll take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play, so nice job in coverage.
Quarterback running on the draw. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29. And that's a first down. The Trojans are flying down the field. Looking for a man. It's Dampier. Here's the pressure. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer. They were able to get the sack.
Oh, they're after him. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Trojans. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Yeah, I tell you what, great job by this offense. Great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your 2-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment late in the 4th quarter when you need the 2-point conversion?
They got the touchdown, but still a 2-point conversion short of tying it up late. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Makes the grab. He is denied, stopped short of the goal line, trying to tie the game, and he will not get the 2-point conversion. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. He might want another play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He fires one deep down the right side. He's got it along the sideline. Touchdown, Dogs! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
And that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing them go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
And right down the middle. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Looking to throw, it's Dampier. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Fires to the big fella. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. He wants a big play here late. And it's picked off at the goal line. Trying to take it back. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships, and how do you seal it?
Sprinting away! He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
Go straight ahead. They get him before he gets started this time and knock him down in the backfield.
And this is where the offense just breathes. Just take your time, huddle up. I'm in absolutely no hurry. I got the lead. I want to continue to run that clock. No false starts, no penalties. Let that clock tick down and then punch it in the end zone to add to this lead.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the snap, it's Robinson. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia! Guess they wanted to make sure they rubbed a little salt in the wound here down the stretch.
And it's your job to stop him. Keep playing football. I like it when the offense keeps the foot on the accelerator. It's your job. If you don't like it defensively, do something about it.
They'll line up to go for 2. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll give it to the back. Breaks the tackle. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Timeout is called by the defense. A mere 21 seconds to go here. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Dampier. Catch in the middle, it's Jordan. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Buys a little time with his feet. On the run, fires downfield. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And the defense is good with that. Get pressure on the quarterback. Get him outside the pocket. You know it's a passing situation. Play half the field now. This defense is in a good spot, and you can tell they're ready to rush this quarterback.
Right on target this time. At the 40, there he goes. And they fight him to the bitter end, all the way down to putting some more numbers in the stat column, but they'll come up a little short as time expires. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will, throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get one, actually just kind of